As long as the three wheels are narrating this dream, there's no limit to what we all can achieve. Welcome to the Three Wheels of Wrestling podcast. Willie Tiny without the thrill, and Adelaide Willie recapping the aftermath to the mic, through the ropes, from the mat. No regrets from this shadow zone. There's no match for this podcast. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get it on. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get it on. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get it on. Let's get ready to fight. This is a war machine. Through sweat and tears we chase the unseen. Harness the rage in this gritty scene. Your fists are your words, your actions keen. Rips up from the hearts ablaze with fear. Breaking the chains that brought us here. Podcast warrior, show we're alive. Three wheels cutting through legends to ride. Stand tall as the world trembles. Unlock the dreams that no one can dissemble.
Welcome to Three Wheels of Wrestling podcast. Yes, another wrestling podcast. And we have with us, well, first of all, let's introduce us. I'm Willie Tiny. And we got Will the Thrill and L.A. Willie.
Yeah.
And our guest tonight is none other than the fearless one, Kevin Khaos. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing tonight?
Oh, dude,
great.
I'm ready for some chaos.
Get on.
All right, that was cheesy.
Right. So, what made you decide to become a pro wrestler?
Man, I've been a wrestling fan my whole life. For as long as I can remember, ever since I was a wee little.
Yeah.
We good? Kevin?
I don't see you guys, but I hear you.
Go ahead. Tell your
Oh, yeah.
story.
All right, yeah. So as long as I can remember, man, ever since I was a tiny little toddler, little chaos running around causing chaos, I've been a huge wrestling fan. Basically,
So-
the only thing I wanted to grow up and do.
Oh, you made that quick and simple. All right, well then let's do this. Did you start out as a traditional wrestler, or did you just jump into like the whole death match?
Well, originally I started out as a referee for POR Wrestling. I wore the old zebra stripes, and I did that for about a year. I was training. While I was refereeing, I was training behind the scenes outside of that. I've always been into deathmatch and the hardcore style of wrestling. So when I first started wrestling, it was a little mixture of traditional wrestling and some hardcore wrestling for my first, I'd say, handful of matches. And then I stepped into the deathmatch territory using glass, thumbtacks, fireworks, you name it.
Awesome. So, what promotion was your first match in?
POR Wrestling.
So, POR,
Been wrestling this is my 6th year now.
6 years.
6 years.
Yes.
It just seems like you wrestled like longer. Seeing how you in a couple of the events I've been part of that you wrestled, it shows your training was very well. Because like I said, it looked like you have been training longer than that. So to hear
Thank
you say that,
Appreciate that. I've had a few years before I joined POR. I've had maybe a handful of times where I I had some training seminars with some of the professional wrestlers that are local to my area. or if there was like a local indie show and they had like a big indie legend or a big superstar legend, they would come in and do training seminars, like Kevin Sullivan, Arn Anderson. I've done some things like that.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome. So, what is your theme song?
My theme song is Earache My Eye by Cheech and Chong.
Nice.
Nice.
How did that come about?
It was originally pitched to me by J.J. Allen, better known as J.J. Escobar. It was pitched to me as a joke because something about it he found hilarious, and he's like, "Oh, you won't do it, you won't do it," and I was like, "Yeah, I'll try it out for one show," and it seemed to the crowd really popped for it and like loved it, and I had so many people tell me it worked for me, it worked for my character, so I kind of just stuck with it. And yeah, it seems like anywhere I go, as soon as that music hits, man, the crowd just goes crazy for it.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Fun fact, at X Brand Glitch in the Matrix at the H2O arena, I didn't know this until after my match, after I got back, but a few of the people were telling me that Matt Tremont was headbanging and singing my music and just like going crazy while I was walking through the ring. So that's a pretty cool little nod to have.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's
awesome.
awesome. That's very awesome.
Yeah, you can't. That's awesome. All right. So since you have a Cheech and Chong song that you come out to, do you have a favorite Cheech and Chong movie?
Up in Smoke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a classic. It's a classic.
Just about any of them are great, but Up in
Yeah,
Smoke,
but-
man.
Yep.
I gotta say that's my favorite movie too. There's so
Yeah.
many classic lines from that movie.
So many.
They got
And the fact that they're getting back together for another one-time thing.
I've seen that. I've
Ajax.
seen that.
How about snorting Ajax? You can keep knocking, but you can't come in.
Classic.
And then when he puts, I'm blind, I can't see, I can't see. I absolutely love Up in Smoke.
How can you not? It's
All-time classic.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, you can go on and on and on about those movies, and but have you been in touch with Kamikaze?
I have not. I haven't heard from Kamikaze for a while now.
Wow. Oh, I was wondering how he's been, like how he's coping with not wrestling.
Yeah. I know. I seen him a few months ago, and he was talking about he wanted to make a comeback to the ring, but he was having some issues with his back that may have derailed a return for him. So hopefully that's not the case.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd love to share the ring with him again. We have really good chemistry, but oddly enough, we've only wrestled each other in a one-on-one match one time.
Wow.
We've been in a bunch of multi-man, like fatal four-ways, any kind of those matches a bunch of times, but we've only faced each other one-on-one once.
Wow.
So you were part of his special retirement episode. You sent in a special video for him. Thank you for that.
Thank you for having me a part of it.
You're welcome. Now you're official guest.
Yep.
Yeah,
And now the door's open anytime for you.
awesome.
You're welcome. So, your favorite match from TCW?
TCW.
Yes. Tell us about your time at TCW and your favorite match.
TCW is an independent company in Virginia. I've been wrestling there for about a year and a half, maybe close to 2 years now. As far as my favorite match there, honestly, it would be a tie between two of them. One is a tag team match. It was myself and Renegade Rebel, who was at the time my partner in our group TXW. We had a tag team match for the tag titles against the Murder Sport Mafia, which did not go our way, but nonetheless, it was a really great match. And I would say my other favorite match that ties with that was last year when I beat Jesse Daniels for the hardcore title.
I was going to say you're a former hardcore title champion there. Actually, I just watched that yesterday.
Awesome.
It was at the brewery, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good match. I
Thank
enjoyed
you.
it very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So you talked about TCW, but what's your favorite match from POR?
Oh
Wrestling.
man. Oh man. I would say, oh man, you're gonna put me on the spotlight like that.
That's what we do here.
Someone did their homework on you.
Yes.
I've got it.
And do your just talk about your time in POR. Your
Man,
favorite match and your
POR.
time.
That's home. That's home.
Yes,
That's my home turf, my home company.
That's your roots.
That's my roots, baby. That's where I come from. That's where I grew, who I became, who I am. It would be really tough to pick one specific favorite match. I wrestled Matthew Justice at Hardcore Grand Prix 3. That was a really fun and wild and crazy match. Yeah, we did a lot of wild stuff. We fought through the crowd. A member in the audience shot me in the neck with a blow dart.
Really?
What the hell?
My match with Kamikaze, that's one of my favorites also. We were wrestling for POR's version of the Money in the Bank briefcase, which in POR we call it Money in the Crank.
I love it.
And so
Love the
that
name.
match was a lot of fun. It was also the first time Kamikaze used his STD move, so I was the first victim of that. Hardcore Grand Prix 4, I made it to the finals in a multi-man match with Renegade Rebel, Satu Jin, Tarzan Duran, and Necro Butcher. So being able to share the ring with the legend like Necro Butcher is just absolutely mind-blowing, you know? So those would be some of my favorite matches there.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
Awesome, man.
So POR is also known for their stunts. Do you do any stunts also?
Occasionally, yeah. I have done a few stunts. I try to look back on some of the old school stunts and incorporate some of those with my matches because I'd like to pay homage to where POR came from, what made POR big time and got them on the scene. Because without the stunt guys, without POR stunts, there never would have been a POR wrestling. So try to look back, find things that not a lot of people do with their matches or with the stunts in general. So when I wrestled Matthew Justice, I duct taped a mortar onto a bike helmet and he blew it up on my head. So that's a POR stunt. last year before I got injured, I was with the stunt crew that worked the Dr. Danger Eve of Destruction show in New York. And Tarzan and Kyler Vick took a flaming sledgehammer and busted 7 center blocks on my crotch with it.
Oh,
Oh, snap.
wow.
And the last two, they double stacked them, so they had to hit it pretty hard to bust through both of them on one swing. So
Oof.
no babies
Dang.
from me for a little while.
I'm up here cringing over here listening to them talk about center blocks to do the crotch.
Yeah, right.
Double
So-
stacked.
So we had a guest, Jimmy Controversy, a couple episodes ago,
Mhm.
and I believe he said you know a little bit about cocaine.
I do know a little bit about cocaine.
I think he tried to.
He said it.
I think he was trying to say that you were cocaine.
Well, ever since X Brand Silent Night 2, I've been getting a lot of rumors that cocaine was walking with a slight limp, like he had a foot injury, and
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
people were comparing the red beard under the cocaine mask to my red beard. So
I don't know,
Conspiracy.
because Jimmy's saying he's not cocaine. He said he wasn't cocaine, but then he said he was in a match at X Brand Silent Night 2 down in Virginia, and cocaine appeared in his match. So he's saying he can't be cocaine. He said it was Kevin Khaos under the mask. I don't know what's going on, but
I plead the fifth on that one. I cannot confirm nor deny.
Yeah, but keep in
accusation.
mind, Jimmy Controversy's a cop.
I do know for a fact, though, if cocaine interfered in Jimmy Controversy's match, then there's no way in hell Jimmy Controversy could be cocaine.
there you go.
There you go. Put the rumors to rest.
So tell us about your time in X Brand Wrestling and your favorite match in X Brand.
Oh man, X Brand is great. It's so much fun. Every single show I've worked has been always exciting. Something about it just really makes me hungry, like hungry for more.
Right.
As far as my favorite match with X Brand, I would have to say my match against Alex Stretch.
Yes.
Yes.
I am like so over the hills excited you said that match
Oh man, that match was a lot of fun.
because I gotta admit I said in a previous our 1 year anniversary show that was my favorite match.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Mhm.
Much
That was
appreciated.
one of my favorite matches.
That was the
That's
first time in my life that I actually had to get the barbed wire cut out of my hair. I've been
Yes.
stuck and tangled and wrapped in barbed wire many a times.
Mhm.
I've wrestled entire matches completely wrapped from head to toe in barbed wire. I've had my hair, my head stuck in it many times, but this was the first time that I was so stuck in it that I had to get some guys some scissors in the back afterwards and cut like a giant, like softball size chunk of my hair out.
Mm.
Yes. I'm sorry. I do apologize. I don't know if you recognize, but I was the ref for that match, and I tried everything to get that out of your hair.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I didn't realize how bad I was stuck until they like cut my hair afterwards.
Afterward.
And fun fact that I legit got fully stabbed through my shoulder with some barbed wire there at the end of the match. Like I have a scar down here where it went in to my arm and then a scar up here where it came out. And I didn't realize I was like, had completely pierced through me and I was like pulling it. And all I could see was just my skin raising up. So I had to sit there and wiggle around and play with it to get it out of my arm.
Right. and I said at the time it wasn't time to pull back that curtain, and I talked about your match being one of my favorites, and and I said, all right, we got about 2 minutes to go, a minute to go, in that match, and I'm like, I said, all right, let's go home, and it wasn't the finish that you had planned. So this is where I'm going to peel back the curtain. And so you went. I'm like, and I'm counting one. I'm like, no, kick out, go to the finish, and two, and then you did kick out, and you did go to the finish. I was so awesome to be a part of that. To do it was like the DVD into the barbed wire board in the corner,
Yes.
and to count that 1, 2, 3. That was really special for me, and I thought that was awesome.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. That was one of my favorite matches. Okay, we got a special guest with us tonight. I'm gonna bring her on. Let me bring her on, do the introductions. See what's going on here. Hello,
Holy
Veronica.
Hello, boss.
What
The
brings
G-
This is
GM.
literally how busy I am these days.
what brings the general manager of X Brand Wrestling to the Three Wheels of Wrestling podcast?
Oh, well, I heard that you guys were going to be talking to Kevin Khaos tonight.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, and so I actually had something that I wanted to talk to him about. A little offer, perhaps. A little.
I'm all ears.
Offering. I mean, hey, so as you know, obviously, like I've been impressed by your work, everywhere as well as at X Brand. You guys at Are You Saved was phenomenal. And,
Thank you.
I'm not sure if you're aware. I mean, let's not be coy. I'm sure you're aware that X Brand is having its first ever deathmatch tournament in June, on June 28th, at the Shelter in Howell, Wicked 13. Does that ring a bell to anyone?
I am very aware.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
All right, great.
ma'am.
I'm glad you're paying attention. And as we're going through and having conversations about who might be up for the challenge, who might have what it takes to step in the ring with the likes of some of the people that, as you know, are going to be stepping in the ring, and any of the people you don't know yet. But we'll let those names trickle through. But one name we are considering adding to our list is Kevin Khaos.
Ooh.
Now, I said considering. I feel like I need to know, and we need to know, how hungry are you? Are you starving?
I am.
Are you famished?
I am.
All right. So I'm thinking maybe you come, what is this, next Sunday, the 20th, to the Johnstown Massacre, and you participate in a little something called a qualifying match to potentially qualify for Wicked 13. You would, if you should win this match, you would become one of the official entrants for Wicked 13. What do you think?
All right. Yes. Yes,
Right.
I will be there.
And now we have yet to hand select someone else who may be as deserving as you. We'll see. We're not just going to let you skate by that easy. So, let's see who's, who's savage enough, who wants it bad enough, who's cutthroat enough to do what needs to be done to get into Wicked 13.
Put them in the ring with me, and I'll put them down. And
Oh.
victory.
All right. I mean, I like that attitude. That's already, that's why we reached out. It's why I reached out tonight, even though I'm obviously busy on the midst of doing multiple podcasts. As you know, I'm booking, as you'll find out. I teased a little bit today, but you'll hear about a certain event that's going on during that show on April 20th, the Johnstown Massacre. Something with feathers, something with girls and pillows.
Oh,
Stay
sucky
tuned.
now.
Sounds
Stay tuned.
interesting.
It's gonna get wild.
It's going to be a massacre.
It's going to be a
gonna be a
massacre.
massacre. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that all the announcements for you tonight, Veronica Kane?
I believe that will be all of the announcements for tonight. Stay tuned. This week, maybe tomorrow, we'll have another announcement regarding official entrant number 5
Ooh.
of the 13 souls that we're collecting.
Oh, sucky.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Well, Veronica, thank you for tuning in tonight and noticing that Mr. Kevin Khaos was here tonight with us.
Yes, and thank you for the opportunity to qualify for the Wicked 13 tournament.
Absolutely. I had to stop by, and now I'm going to rub moisturizer all over my body. So
Let's turn the camera off.
it's not that kind of show. We'll see what happens April 20th, though.
Okay, have a good night. Thank you for thank you, my GM, for joining us tonight.
Thank you, GM. We are not worthy. We're not worthy.
Thank you. Whoa, look at that, Kevin Khaos. You got an opportunity to join Wicked 13.
Yes.
For the X-Brand Wrestling.
Yeah, bring the chaos. That is awesome. Here we go.
Definitely.
Wow. What a night, folks.
Yes. Didn't expect that one, did you, Kevin?
No, not at all. That's pretty big news.
Hey, you never know what the 3 wheels are going to pull out of their bag. You never know. You never know.
This is my first time here, too.
Hey.
Hey. Definitely hope you come back. Hopefully you come back.
Oh, I'd love to be back anytime.
Yeah, and tell us about the experience, yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you guys been wrestling fans?
This is late 80s.
Late 80s?
Yep, since like the beginning of WrestleMania, I would say probably.
Awesome.
I was born in '84 and I was in front of that TV watching wrestling. So I remember everything.
Awesome.
Will the thrill?
I'm an 81 baby, but I can't say they sat me in front of the TV doing that. But I do remember the golden age of wrestling with my grandmother. It's always been a special thing with me on that. And I got like a love-hate with wrestling. Mostly, and I think the man in the corner, Willie Tiny, because he brought me back into it once again. So I've been a fan since then. I was a Hulk Hogan fan, good lore. Learning about Ric Flair, Sting's rival, and way back in NWA, Dusty Rhodes and all of them, Junkyard Dog. Yeah, so I've been around for a while listening to that stuff.
We do appreciate the questions from the guests too. We do.
Yeah,
we do, because it actually shows you're interested in at least with us too.
Yeah. So I was born in 91, so I missed out on the golden age of pro wrestling, but I wouldn't say missed out on it. Like growing up, I had all kinds of old school WWF, NWA, early WCW tapes growing up. I was around when Hulkamania came to WCW.
Okay.
Wrestling Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrestling
And
player.
in the Attitude Era, you were in a good era.
Yes, I did. I was lucky enough to grow up with the Attitude Era.
Yes.
In the NWO
Yeah.
era.
NWO, DX, Kane and Undertaker.
It was a
Man,
good time. It was a good time.
what?
L.A. Willie, you got the next question.
Hey, you have any plugs or upcoming bookings besides
I
the announcement that was made tonight for your invitation to this qualifier?
I have a booking for Mass Movement Wrestling
Hmm.
on May 3rd in Howell, New Jersey. And I know POR is starting back up at the end of May 25th. As of now, I'm not booked, but you bet your sweet ass I plan on being there.
Sweet.
I love how you worded that.
Be there.
All right. So we asked this question to all our guests. You
Okay.
have to have thought about this, okay? Past, present, future. Your dream opponent, dream match, and who would go over?
Oh,
Hmm.
growing up, oh man, my dream match, bar none, would be against the Undertaker in a buried alive match.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay. Okay.
Love
I
it.
like that. I like that. In fact, that's different. He's
Yeah.
the first one to actually mention about a buried alive match.
Hmm.
That's one match I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to kind of learn how the magic, so to say, is done.
Happens. Yeah.
Hmm. And let me guess, fire's got to be involved.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I have the fire. You got to bring the chaos in.
Damn
And
right.
who would be over? Who would get over?
Oh, I'm sure Undertaker would whoop my little ass all over that place.
Would you take a last ride into the casket?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He could probably set me on fire and then give me the last ride
Right.
while I'm
That
burning.
would be
While I'm
sick.
burning.
There you go.
That would be sick.
What is your fascination with fire?
I just love the unpredictability it can bring and the wow factor. Not a lot of people use it.
Hmm.
I like to use a lot of fireworks in my matches also, like firecrackers, mortars,
Mhm.
Roman candles. Unpredictability. Not a lot of people do it,
Right.
And then maybe in 5 or 10 years you'll see it in almost every death match, kind of like skewers and light tubes and panels.
Okay.
Love
Okay.
it.
Love it. Love
I'm
it.
very intrigued.
Very. Would you like to officiate that, Willie?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, he said yes.
He said yes. No hesitation.
With
No
with,
hesitation.
with the fire extinguisher in hand.
Yep. See, you'd be quick with that one.
A quick draw.
Any more
I'll have
questions?
I'll have to hold my breath though if that thing gets sprayed. I can after this last show, I can honestly say that is the worst smell and taste I've ever had in my life. Tiny will
Hey.
tell you, I was walking around for about an hour and a half, just chugging and gargling and spitting for like nonstop for like an hour and a half, just trying to get that taste out of my mouth.
Hey, we didn't want no casualties. And you told me that was the first time a man ever came out.
Oh man.
Because you had a flaming tables match.
Yeah. We had a flaming tables match, and yeah, we got dust pretty heavy with that fire extinguisher, which I wasn't
Hey,
really expecting it. Man, yeah, it was all in my nose. I could feel it in the back of my throat. I could feel it like on my tongue and on my
Oh,
gums, on my teeth.
Hey.
But I appreciate you caring about our safety too.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
that's the
important.
man.
Of course. Of course.
He's the man. Oh, let's see. You mentioned you were a former hardcore champion. Is there any other accomplishment in your 6-year career?
I'm actually a former double hardcore champion. I was a hardcore
Oh,
champion for POR and hardcore champion in TCW at the same time.
whoa.
Oh,
And
two
Kevin,
belts.
2 belts.
as of now, I'm still the I hold the record for the longest reign with the POR hardcore title. I was champion for 426 days. I shattered my heel bone last July, which requires surgery and put me on the shelf for 8 months. So unfortunately, I had to give up both of the titles that I
Mm,
had.
Damn.
damn.
Unreal. So I got a question for you.
Okay.
If you beat your opponent on April 20th at X Brand, what's your tactic to win the Wicked 13 tournament?
I am the chaos. I will do whatever it takes, whatever I have to. Just like the general manager, Veronica King, said, see who's cutthroat enough for it. I don't mind making my opponent smile from ear to ear.
Ooh.
Oh, snapping.
Yes.
So whatever
Oh,
means
snap.
necessary.
There can be
Yeah.
a lot of tournament winners and match winners, but there's only one first ever. So yeah, I'll do whatever it takes to be the first ever Wicked 13 champion.
Nice.
Awesome.
The
Love it.
man means business.
After all, it is a death.
Indeed.
After all, yep.
I don't really have a question, but I do want to say that seeing the match at Are You Saved, which was X Brand's last show, you and Sinister I thought was a very good turnout.
Thank you. Thank you. I was really nervous for that because, like I said, had surgery on my foot last year. I was on the shelf for 8 months, and that was my first step back in a wrestling ring, period. In a wrestling ring on a show in front of an audience. So
I mean,
it was,
shoot, I mean the chaos and crap that you two went through. I mean, it's not. I'm trying not to laugh because I mean it was such as your name, a bunch of chaos. I mean, you
Indeed, it
guys
what
were
I
was.
pretty
bring
much
to the
all over
table.
yes. It was like you were pretty much all over the place. I mean,
Yeah, it was pretty wild. Giving them the unprettier on the car.
Mhm.
that was awesome. That was sick.
Giving him paper cuts in between his fingers.
Ooh.
That was a little sick. The crowd loved it. Like, I didn't think the crowd would pop for it the way they did, but yeah, it's always nice when you get a "you sick fuck" chant out of the people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
they were definitely entwined in that match.
how about a whoop whoop?
Whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. You ready to take this home?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. You don't have to go anywhere just yet. We're going to end this stream. We're going to go out with our outro music. And then we're going to end this. This was episode 47, I believe, with Kevin Khaos.
Chaos.
Thank you.
Whoop.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you,
Thank
Willie,
you, Kevin.
Willie, and Will. Thank you, guys.
That's why we're the Three Wills.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
This is the Three Wheels of Wrestling podcast.